May we first introduce ourselves. I'm Vincent Poon, and she is Angel Wu. We are both Year 4 engineering students. We are very honored to be the masters of ceremony of today's ceremony.
In fact, Vincent and I were also masters of the ceremony of the dedication ceremony 2 years ago. At that time, as sophomores of the engineering faculty, we were very excited to learn that we will soon have an advanced facility at the university to strengthen our hands-on experience and spark off our innovation and creativity.
We would like to extend a special welcome to our guest of honor, Mrs. May Tam. Mr. and Mrs. Tam have made a generous donation to the University of Hong Kong for establishing the Tan Wing Fan Innovation Wing at the Faculty of Engineering in hopes of benefiting the future generations of students.
Now, may I invite Professor Xiang Zhang, President and Vice Chancellor of HKU, to give an opening remark. Professor Zhang, please.
Share the joy of opening the Tan Wing Fan Innovation Wing and to thank Tan family for their generous support for Hong Kong youth innovation. The curiosity of mankind and the resultant innovation and invention throughout human history have not only enhanced our life, but also give rise to new possibilities for the better. Today's pandemic-struck world is gripping with a new normal. Hong Kong is struggling to develop a new economy. Innovation often linked to technology, engineering, and creative design is the pillar and fountain of inspiration in shaping a new world and propelling us to new heights. Innovation is the magic word heard more than frequently these days. At Hong Kong U, as we aspire to be the world-leading university, we are constantly seeking to enrich our campus to ensure we provide a stimulating intellectual environment. In this regard, we work mainly on two fronts: talent development and facility expansion. We go after top talent around the world to constantly upgrade our teaching and research strengths, regardless of their place of origin, gender, or religion. You may be aware that we are actively currently recruiting 100 of the world-leading scholars at all rank and all fields. Through Hong Kong U Global Professorate Recruitment Campaign. At the same time, we are doubling our effort to cultivate homegrown talent through supporting them with excellent research students. The introduction of fresh voices, ideas, and open-minded interactions will spark off novel thoughts and stimulating all in Hong Kong U community to realize their potential. We endeavor to deliver impact through internationalization and interdisciplinarity. It is one of our missions to nurture future leaders, to be innovative and resilient, leaders who are capable of leading the civilization. The university is immensely grateful to Mr. and Mrs. Tan, whose exceptional donation made the Tan Wing Fan Innovation Wing possible. This innovation wing will be the cradle to facilitate both exploration and cross-disciplinary collaborations among engineering and non-engineering students. I like particularly the Dream Chamber in the innovation wing, as daring to dream and fail is the key in research breakthrough and innovation. More recently, Mrs. Tan generously provided additional support in enabling the Tan Wing Fan Innovation Wing 2, as well as the Tam Wing Fan Innovation Fund. Mr. Tam, our outstanding alumnus, treasure his time at Hong Kong U. We are now proud we sowed the seeds for Mr. Tam to actualize his dream. Our student to come will be indebted to Mrs. Tam, who so kindly provide opportunities for them to be inspired in the same way her husband had been during his time with us. Thank you once again, Mr. and Mrs. Tam. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Zhang. May I now invite Professor Christopher Chow, Dean of Engineering, to give a vote of thanks. Professor Chow, please.
Mrs. May Tam, Professor Zhang, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming today to this opening ceremony of Tam Wing Fund Innovation Wing. It is our honor to welcome all of you to this new iconic landmark with world-class integrated facilities. I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to Mr. and Mrs. Tam Wing Fund for their generous gift to establish the Tam Wing Fund Innovation Wing, which has helped to create an atmosphere of creativity, openness, and vibrancy to foster interdisciplinary innovations among students and teachers. Many of you may not know the original design of this space was not as grand as what you see today. The faculty obtained government AA&I funding for this project in 2017. Back then, the faculty was facing a challenge of making use of the limited resources to create a makerspace of scale and quality. It was Professor T.H. Jie who introduced the project to Mrs. May Tam, who agreed to support the Innovation Wing so generously that we are now able to see a nice and grand space here. Tam Wing Fund Innovation Wing is a unique and exciting innovation center that provides an ideal place for our green yet curious young explorers to share and brainstorm their imaginative ideas with their peers and teachers. Once the engineering students have come up with any idea, they can discuss with their teachers and make use of the makerspace with comprehensive prototyping facilities and equipment like, to name a few, laser cutting and engraving machines, water jet cutting machines, projection micro stereo lithography, etc., to turn ideas into reality. Furthermore, in Tam Wing Fund Innovation Wing, our students will have valuable chances to interact with professors and researchers of the engineering faculty and get in touch with advanced technologies in the thematic workshops. Students can also learn from the professors and apply what they have learned to tackle global grand challenges. They can also be inspired and motivated to pursue their research endeavors that generate positive impacts for society. With the Tam Wing Fund Innovation Wing in place, engineering education will not be the same. The faculty will gear up the education and training for innovation, and thus the Innovation Academy has recently been established to fulfill this goal. Under the Inno Academy, there is a new Inno hub for attracting and cultivating a new generation of multidisciplinary talents from all of the 10 faculties. We believe that the synergy between Tam Wing Fund Innovation Wing and the newly established Innovation Academy will facilitate us to nurture bright minds in pursuing dynamic R&D careers. Mrs. Tam, this priceless gift that you and Mr. Tam, our warm-hearted alumnus, created for the next generation goes beyond the philanthropic contribution itself. We believe that the impact generated by your gift will have a perpetual influence on our students and on the wider community as well. let's embark on this unique and exciting voyage in Thames Fund Innovation Wing. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Chow. It is a happy moment today to have invited Mrs. May Tam to be present to mark the opening of the Thames Fan Innovation Wing. We would like to invite Mrs. Tam on stage to say a few words. Mrs. Tam, please.
Mr. President, professors, honored guests. We are here today to see the opening of the Innovation Wing. I came with my husband Edmund to the dedication ceremony. It did not seem too long ago, but so much has changed. Edmund passed away earlier this year. I'm sad he does not get to witness this event. It would have meant so much to him. We all know what Hong Kong has gone through the past 18 months and how hard it is for all of us. I wish we can make this a joyful celebration, that we can all feel proud and happy, even though our hearts are heavy, but celebrate we still must. We have to look for the future with hope and courage. Look beyond today. This building is a symbol of what is possible tomorrow. This is the Innovation Wing, and you must innovate. I ask you, Edmund asks you, use this place to start fresh. Renew your minds, push forward. When we started working with the university on this project, I remember the mission. It is not only to advance engineering studies, but just as importantly, to be a shining light. These words I heard back then are so true and relevant today. A place for students to pursue their dreams, to turn ideas into reality, to meet with peers with common interest and work hard together, to outreach and serve people in need, to nurture our students, to learn responsibilities, to build awareness, to bring a positive impact to society and the world. The Innovation Wing is just not a building. It is a platform for you all to change our world in big and small ways, to make it a better place. I look forward to seeing it filled with people who will make a difference. Thank you for inviting me here to speak. I do this to honor my husband, Edmund. I know he loves Hong Kong U. He loves all of you. I know he wants to tell you, I am privileged to be a part, but my part is done. It is up to you now. Be strong and be great. Thank you and have a good day.
We would also like to invite other officiating guests to join on stage to unveil the commemorative plaque to mark the opening of Thames Fan Innovation Wing.
Would all the guests please use the pointer to point to the center of the social media wall and take a group photo. Let's count down together, shall we? 3, 2, 1, press. Thank you. Please take another group photo on stage.
The plaque unveiling marks the beginning of the exciting journey at Tam Wing Fan Innovation Wing. We are thankful to the generosity of Mr. and Mrs. Tam.
On top of the donation to establish the Tam Wing Fan Innovation Wing, Mrs. Tam also made 2 extra meaningful gifts in support of setting up the Tam Wing Fan Innovation Wing 2 and the Tam Wing Fan Innovation Fund. We would like to invite Professor Xiang Zhang, President and Vice Chancellor of HKU, to receive the donation of 140 million Hong Kong dollars from Mrs. May Tam.
Thank you, Mrs. Tam. May I also invite Professor Xiang Zhang to present a souvenir to Mrs. Tam as a token of appreciation from the university. Professor Zhang, please. Thank you, Mrs. Tam and Professor Zhang. Please remain on stage.
Hey Vincent, do you notice that there's a bell in Tam Wing Fan Innovation Wing?
Yes, Angel, this bell is having a meaning. Students can ring this bell to make announcements about their recent accomplishments, to share their happiness with their peers.
Now, we would like to invite Mrs. Tam, accompanied by Professor Zhang, to ring the bell in order to share the joy with all of us. Mrs. Tam, please. Thank you, Mrs. Tam and Professor Zhang. Please stay.
We would also like to invite other officiating guests to join on stage again to have a group photo.
To unveil the commemorative plaque. 3, 2, 1, please.
Designed by all our students and staff. 3D printing, laser cut, and also this is for disinfectant. We have the UVC.
UVC.
Oh, wow! Your phone inside, and then turn on then for the disinfection.
Wow, that's very creative, very creative.
So it's also very useful, and everything is inside information.
Wow.
Yes.
First
That's
product.
a form of inside here. This is a form of Wing number 1. So this is very gorgeous.
Wow.
Thank you.